Let's now bring on political affairs analyst Jide Ojo to discuss some issues brought forward at the APC's NEC meeting that took place on Wednesday. Thank you for your time, sir. Now, observations have been made on the APC's internal party democracy. Now, the APC has clarified that it is not running what it described as a one-man show. Do you also believe that the APC is being run on the dictates of the party leadership?
Ms. Ola, the truth is yes. The parties have its organs, the highest being the convention. Then you have the National Executive Committee, you have the National Working Committee, and then you have the zonal and the state, local government, and the world structures. Even though I agree that 18 months is a very long time for party caucus and NEC to meet, they have admitted, you heard what Opus Odima, governor of Imo State, just said, that he wished the party would meet more regularly. But as per the running of the secretariat and the bureaucracy of APC, it has been very functional. In fact, in the last 18 months, part of the achievement was to have established what is called Progressive Institute, which is modeled after what PDP did many years ago, which is People's Democratic Institute, PDI. So PDP has sold that idea to APC, and they now have a Progressive Institute, which will be a research, documentation, and training arm of the party. And the party has been running smoothly. Of course, not without any itch. You know, there are some members who are disgruntled, people like Malam Nasir El-Rufai, people like Dr. John Kayode Fayemi, and a host of others who are not too happy with the way the party is run. One of them is also Malam Lukman, Salihu Lukman, and a host of others. But if you look at it very critically, in the last 18 months, particularly in the last 6 months, you've seen migration of opposition bigwigs into APC, both at the level of the Senate and House of Reps and State House of Assembly. Almost half of the Labour Party elected representative in the National Assembly have defected into APC. Likewise, PDP have lost a significant number of members who have also defected to APC. And like the chairman, national chairman said, they have won about 4 out of the 5 by-elections that have held so far. They won in Kogi, they won in Imo, they won in Udo and Edo. They only lost in Bayelsa. So how do you rate the functionality and efficiency of a party, if not by those indices that I have mentioned?
Right, now governors on the platform of the APC and other party members have commended the Tinubu-led administration for its efforts in curbing insecurity and economic stability in the country. And what's your assessment of the government's performance so far since its inception?
Now, this is not party. We are talking of the government that has been put forward by APC. Of course, you and I know that the popularity rating of President Bola Tinubu has nosedived since after the election for obvious reasons of rising cost of living. And, you know, you cannot, in one breath, beat a child and say that child should not cry. So to the extent that average Nigerians are finding it difficult to pay their bills, there is a high level of unemployment, high level of poverty, high rate of inflation. You cannot have Nigerians clapping for Bola Tinubu. But I believe what he is trying to do is to take those painful decisions in the first 2 years of his government, while the third and the fourth years will be used for consolidation. And that's why you saw him sponsoring the what is called the economics restructuring bill, better known as tax reform bills, which is currently being worked on by the National Assembly. That is part of his game changer. We've seen his government also giving lifeline to the local government through the instrumentality of Supreme Court decision on local government financial autonomy, which also stands to his credit. But depending on what indices you are using to measure Tinubu, even I myself will not say he has done extremely well, because I'm also feeling the pinch in terms of difficulty in meeting my financial obligations. Many of us are heavily indebted because we can't just we are not finding things easy any longer, particularly as a result of the removal of subsidy and the floating of the naira. But he has said, even at the NEC meeting today, he did acknowledge that if he did not remove subsidy, the country will have collapsed. Maybe that there is some measure of truth in that, but it has come with the bitter pill. Look at virtually cost of everything has risen, including the price of food and other essential services. The electricity tariff has increased. The telecoms have just increased their own by 50%, and several other ancillary, even the cost of drugs, cost of other essential services has increased. To that extent, you will say the president is unpopular. But to the extent that he's doing what he needs to do for a better tomorrow, and you cannot fault him. Many governors, all the state governors are receiving more revenue allocation from the federation account now than they were receiving under the previous administration.
Mr. Jideojo, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us. As always, we appreciate your contribution.